very, very important to prepare, get ready for your workout, get the blood flowing and raise the heart rate. Be the best you can be. Let's absolutely smash 21 day challenge. Hello family, welcome back. Now we are on the handstand workout, a very exciting one for myself, a fundamental of gymnastics. So to be bringing you these exercises in this workout is brilliant for myself and for you. So handstand, as I said, fundamental, but not only are we working literally head to foot muscles, you would not believe what works when you're in a handstand. You're about to find out. It's also fun. You know, we're going to learn how to stand upside down. All of these exercises are going to cater towards that. I'm not promising you in 20 minutes you'll be able to hold a handstand, but we focus on the specific muscles to learn and progress your handstand. So I'm going to demonstrate. We've got 9 exercises through this circuit. I'm going to demonstrate each one. We're going to start off as well with a wrist warm-up. So guys, very important that we warm up the wrists when doing a handstand. It's going to be putting a lot of strain, a lot of pressure. So I'm going to take you through just quickly a minute, a couple of exercises. So we're going to start clasping the fingers together and just rolling. We go forwards and backwards, putting a little bit of pressure each side. Again, like I say, it's really important. We're putting most of the body weight through the wrists when we're doing this workout. I just quickly want you guys to go onto your knees. We'll start with the hands flat. We're just going to do 5 or so, just leans, shoulder over the wrist, putting as much pressure as you can take through them. We do 5, same again, with the hands facing towards yourself, leaning backwards this time, under pressure. Quickly, we're just going to go from knuckles, just to the backs of the hands, up and down. Like I say guys, we're going to be putting a lot of pressure, and don't worry too much if you feel it in your wrist when doing some of the exercises. This part is going to cater for that, you know, it's going to get the blood flowing around that area. The last one, we're just going to add a little bit of pressure, 5 seconds. Give it a shake, same again. Give it a shake. Now guys, let's get into the exercises. I'm going to demonstrate all 9 before we get onto the circuit. So exercise number 1 is going to be the wall stand. Now very, very basic. We're literally going to be stood against the wall. Now not as simple, so we're going heels right back to the wall. I'm going to go arms up. Now it's important our fingers and hands are touching the wall. We want to be in a completely straight line, activating the core. It's not just stood against the wall, floppy, with your back arched out away from the wall. We're trying to get every single bit of our body touching the wall, and it should really activate the scapula, your shoulders. We want the arms straight, we don't want them bent. Fingers straight, arms straight, locked out. And again, tucking that bum under so our lower back's pressed against the wall. It will be for 45 seconds quite challenging. Next, we move on to the tucked handstand. So we've got the chair, you can use a sofa or whatever you have at home. Now, ideally, we want the feet on the chair. So I'm going to put both feet on in a tucked position. We want as much pressure through the shoulders and the arms as possible. To make it slightly easier, we can put our knees on the chair. So we're adding more pressure to the legs. And again, like we've said in this workout, go at your pace. If you need to put as much pressure on your legs as possible, do so. If you can, ideally, we want all the weight on top of the hands. It's going to be firing the shoulders. Next, very simple. We're just going to be doing the plank. I'm sure you've all done a plank before. Body straight, tight, squeezing your core, squeezing your shoulders. It wants to be in that perfect straight line. Exercise number 4 is going to be called the caterpillar walk. Now we're going to start in the downward dog position at the back of the mat. We're basically going to walk our hands forwards to the front support, pause, and then our legs follow back to that position, and then we go all the way back to front support and move. I would try work as quick as possible. We want to get as many reps as we can in that 45 seconds, but again, go at your own pace. Next, we've got front support shrugs. So in that front support position, I've showed you on the side, we want from shoulders to feet a completely straight line. Now this is important, the shrug is just through the shoulders, the shoulder blades, so our arms and elbows can stay completely locked out. We're not pressed up in or anything, and we're just going to shrug through the shoulders. So it's relax through your shoulder blades and then really push tall, rounding that back. So see from the side, and relaxing the thing. The core does not move, you know, we don't arch our back, bend our legs, we keep them tight, the core stays steady, and we're just moving through the shoulders. It's quite challenging to get wrap your head around it. So guys, to make this slightly easier, we can just place the knees on the floor. You know, if you're struggling to really focus on using those shoulder blades, and that's going to make the exercise slightly easier. Once you get it, it's going to be a fantastic exercise, really working through that shoulders and keeping that core solid. Right, next we've got the disc, mainly focusing on the core. So we've got this for 30 seconds. We lay on the back. Now the important point is the lower back wants to be tucked under the floor, tucked on the floor. So if I put my hands in, I should squish my fingers, and that's like, we need that. Endeavour to push that lower back in for the whole 30 seconds of the dish. We're going to start flat on our back, hiding our ears with our shoulders, and we're just going to lift our top half and lower half in a perfect straight line. No bending legs, bending arms. It is a tough exercise if you've never done this before. Guys, just endeavour your hardest to stay there for 30 seconds and squeeze that lower ab. So we're back to the wall. It's going to be the wall lean. So really, again, focus on the technique and the position of the body, not so much strenuous on the core or the shoulders. But we're going to be leaning at a 45-degree angle into the wall. We're going to hide the ears. So it's important that we can't see our ears at all. Our head's tucked under, completely disappears from the shoulders. The chest is sucked under and rounded. And again, the whole time, the key point is activating the core. Like I say, I don't want to see you just leaning against the wall and not actually working. You know, the body, it's about the position of a handstand. And again, when you kick upside down, the core activated, the glutes are squeezed, you know, the chest is under, the shoulders are pushing forward. Everything needs to be activated in this exercise. Penultimate exercise is going to be the plank rotate. So we're going to get, again, into that perfect plank position. And what we're going to do is alternate sides. We're just going to rotate to the side plank, keeping the arms solid, really activating the obliques and the core. Like we say, the core is not just abs. You know, we want to work the full chain, back and front and sides. We're going to go back to the plank position. Again, rotate, keeping the back as flat as possible. So again, cater for yourself. If you just want to start small and you find it difficult to rotate all the way around, the goal is to get the chest pointing towards the ceiling. Just start little movement. Or if you get the full movement, put on your knees. But again, I want to be activating the glutes. Don't just want your bum to be in the air. Squeezing tight, you're activating the core. Rotate. Again, it's important that we're activating the core and keeping the legs straight and tight. And the final exercise is going to be closest to the handstand that we are going to get. We've got in the chair again, and it's going to be the piked handstand hold for 45 seconds. So feet on the chair, hands shoulder width. Again, we're going to endeavour to put all our weight over our hands and just in that perfect pike position, 90-degree angle from the hips to the hands. Pushing tall, again, trying to hide the ears the best you can. You're really going to feel this in the shoulders. Again, if that's too challenging, just stay in the tucked handstand, put your knees on the chair, put a lot of weight through your legs depending on what level you are at. So guys, let's smash this handstand circuit. We move on to the first exercise, which is the wall stand. We're going to be doing 45 seconds over to the wall. Remember, feet, everything wants to be touching. 3, 2, 1, and start. Again, activating the lower core. Trying to tilt the pelvis under the lower back, wants to be pressed against the wall. If you're endeavouring to do this, really squeeze everything to that 45 seconds. This should be a challenging exercise. You think, oh, I'm standing against the wall and doing nothing. It is really fantastic and important. Keep pushing those hands, staying arms locked out. You should be feeling it in the shoulders. Shocked how challenging it is to stand in a straight line. Keep fighting. And we're going 45 seconds. 10 left. Keep pushing. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Yeah, even I can feel the burn in my shoulders. Hopefully you feel the same, guys. So we're not really going to time our rest. You know, take as long as you need. Hopefully you can keep up with me. So we're going to be doing the tucked handstand walkouts, exercise number 2. Again, endeavouring to keep up with myself. So knees on if you need. I'm going to be going the feet on, hands over the shoulders. And 3, 2, 1, and start the walkout. Go in front support, squeeze the core. Back in, tight as you can. Squeeze. Endeavour to keep moving. I think that movement's really important, as well as the static hold when working the handstand. Core is always activated at all times, which is brilliant. It's what we want. Keep pushing tall. In this position, you want to be tall and strong. When we get to front support, we don't want to be leaning action. Keep fighting. A few seconds left. Couple more reps out. Tight. And 3, 2, 1, Okay, we move on to the next exercise, which is going to be the plank. Standard, 45 seconds. We know the plank position, we can get straight into it, and we want this core to be working. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and start. Push it all straight into the core. I don't want anyone's lower back going down, or bums too high. Everything flat. Just activate your glutes. Yeah, plank is just abs, like you're using your shoulders, pressing through the triceps, your whole core chain of the front's working. It's honestly one of the best exercises. You're pushing, hope you feel a burn. And 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Incredible there for the core. I'm starting to feel it myself, so we move on to the next exercise, which is caterpillar walks. Hopefully you can keep up with me, guys. If you need at any point, just pause the video, have a little bit extra rest. We're going to get straight into it. So, downward dog position, like we said, as high as you possibly can. This is really going to stretch the hamstring. And we start the caterpillar walks in 3, 2, 1, 45 seconds once again. Tight. Good. Again, keep the legs as straight as you possibly can, that's important. And just little steps. You move it, particularly it's easier to just step and go up. We just want to do little movements, putting more pressure through the shoulders. Keep fighting, as high as you can. Core should be working now. Feel the burn in your shoulders. 10 seconds left. You've got to keep it, get a couple more reps out. Side, and 3, 2, 1. And that's very good. Again, hopefully feeling the burn. All these muscles will be working for the handstand. Next, we move on to the front support shrugs. Again, keep up with me. I'm going to be facing up forward. If you need to go on your knees again, do so. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So you really feel it sink into your shoulder blades. Once you get your head around this, you realise it's such an amazing exercise. Pushing this tall, rounding the upper back, chest in, arms not bending whatsoever, and core is absolutely fixed. And no arch, no bent arms. Shoulders down, tricep. All work hard. 10 seconds left, come on, keep fighting. Keep moving. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. The next exercise is going to be the dish. Now we're going to be doing this one for 30 seconds. As I said, it's slightly more challenging. Again, take the rest that you need. We're going to move straight into it. So like I said, starting flat on the back, arms up. We want to tuck our lower back, squish our hand. And then start the dish. 3, 2, 1, and go. Like I said, hiding the ears with the shoulders. Fantastic exercise. Using that lower back into the floor. Keep pushing, guys. Not long left. Come on, keep fighting. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, might have a little bit of a shake on. Body might not be used to doing that, but again, fantastic in progressing the handstand. So we move on to the next, which is the wall lean. So heading back over to the wall. Again, not as much as a challenging exercise this time, but I want to focus on the technique. Again, hiding those ears, activating the core, squeeze your abs the whole time. Ready? 45 seconds again. 3, 2, 1. And activate. Squeeze the abs, squeeze it. Push it all against the wall. Try and push your body as far away from the wall as you possibly can. And no bent legs, everything in a completely straight line. The handstand is literally, that's what it is. Your body in a straight line, head to foot. Pushing tall. Keep working. 3, 2, 1, and relax. You can possibly feel a burn in that shoulder. Like I say, very, very simple exercise, but effective. Okay, second to last, plank rotates. Like we say, if you need to go on your knees, that's absolutely fine. If you can't rotate all the way around, then you're fine again. You're going to do the best you can. 45 seconds worth. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Only squeeze when you get to this side. Feel like two, working the core. Feel a little stretch in your chest, your shoulders as well when you get round. You're going to start to feel the burn now on your core, hopefully. Even on your shoulders. You've got 10 seconds left. Get as many reps out as you possibly can. Push. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome work, guys. So we'll move on to the final exercise, which is going to be the pike handstand. Hold. Keep up with me. Remember that 90-degree angle. If you can do it, absolutely incredible. If not, we want to go tucked handstand and put as much pressure on your legs as you possibly need to. We go 45 seconds. Last exercise, guys. Big final push. 3, 2, 1, and go. Pushing tall through the shoulders. So sinking down with your head up, hiding your ears and pushing really tall. But it should be in your core as well, to stabilise that tight position is challenging for the core. Keep working, keep working. Shoulders directly over the hand is the challenge. Pushing tall, pushing tall. Nearly there, guys. Come on, keep fighting. Keep fighting. And 3, 2, 1, and finish. Hopefully you feel an incredible burn. That was a fantastic workout and fun as well. Different challenging exercises specifically focused on working on your handstand. Hope you enjoyed, team. I'll wait to see you tomorrow. I'm incorporating this in my day-to-day routine, and you can. All these products taste absolutely incredible. So again, getting that in your daily routine is important, and it's all about creating, again, healthy habits over these next 21 days.